Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to find even and odd numbers between 1 to 100 using JavaScript. So as we know that if what is the even number and odd number. So we can say, let's say we have a one number called n, and if we divide that n by 2, and if the remainder after divide or after division, if the remainder is 0, we can say that the number is even number. In case if that number does not return 0 as a reminder, then we can say that that number is a odd number. So this is what the concept, and we have to build the logic for this. So definitely before building a logic, we need this 1 to 100 numbers. So we can produce that number by using a loop. Any loop, while loop or for loop would be a good. Okay, so we need to use loop for this, and once the numbers are ready, we can build the logic. Let's say how to build the logic. Let me clear the screen, go to your text editor, open new file, and let's say number, or we can say even odd number dot js. Okay, this is what the file I have, and here I would like to add the extension called js, and let me create the file. But definitely we won't be able to see the output of JavaScript because we need a browser, and browser, I mean HTML file. We need a HTML and browser, HTML file and browser to see the output. So we have to create a one more file. If I say control save, here what I will do, I will create one HTML file, HTML or demo numbers. File name can be anything. Okay, demo numbers dot html. So now I have a one file called html, and I wanted to link the JavaScript file into HTML. So what I will do, I will type here HTML. I will create a HTML body, and inside a HTML head. Okay, and after that, I will have a body tag in HTML. So now I would like to link my JavaScript file here. So to link a JavaScript file, I can say script, and here I can mention the type is text slash JavaScript. Okay, so this is what the type of file. Now you have to give the source. What is the name of your file? If I go here, if I go to on this, you see this study and study content and front end. Okay, so here you will see my file. So this is what the file which we are going to see the output. So this is what the JavaScript file I have to link. So I will copy the name, source name dot js. Okay, dot js. So the file is linked here. That file will be automatically called. Okay. So now I have to write a JavaScript code here. So what I can do, definitely I need to use the script, but I don't need to use script. Okay, I have to write the code here, and I will say documents dot write, and I am just going to write a demo on the document to see whether my connection of JavaScript file is working or not. And yes, it is working. So now I can write JavaScript code here. I can build the logic, whatever logic I wanted to build, I can build the logic here. So our question is how to find a number, even and odd numbers between 1 to 100. So for very initial stage, we are going to use the for loop. Okay, for, and then we have to define the variable I is equal to 0. And the number which is going to start from 0 is not required. If it start from 1, that is also fine. And until the number is less than 101, like this we can use, or less than or equal to 100 we can use. After that, I have to increase the number by 1. So now we have a number. So if I say documents dot write, here you will see it will print all the numbers on my screen until 100. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 you are saying, but if I wanted to print on the new line, I need to add a break tag here so that you can see the output on new line. Okay, so now we have numbers until 100. Now it's time to build the logic. Okay, so how to build a logic? Okay, you have to apply the filter. I mean, you need to filter the numbers based on what you have to decide, what number should be printed, what number should not be printed. And if you remember, I talked about the operators in a JavaScript, and there is a one operator called modulus. Okay, if I will say, I will definitely you need to apply the filter, then you must need to use the if else statement. If, and I will build the logic here, if I mod 2 is equal to 0. What does this mean? Okay, let's try to understand. Let's see the output first. If this is 0, means if I divide any number between 1 to 100 by 2, and if the remainder is 0, then that number is even. So what we are doing is documents dot write. So we are going to write here that even numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, this is what the statement, but I don't want to pass this inside a loop, otherwise it will get printed for those many times. Okay, this is what the logic. Here we have applied some condition to print, and here I can say that documents dot write. But what to write? If the remainder after dividing any number between 1 to 100, if the remainder is 0, then that number is even, and I wanted to print that number itself. And the I is a variable which is going to hold the value. Okay, which is going to hold the numeric value. So I have to print I. Okay, and definitely I will say BR. So this will print odd numbers for me only. Sorry, this will print only even numbers for me, not odd numbers. We have to build the logic for odd numbers, right? So we will do that later, but first we will see the output of this logic. If I go here and if I refresh, okay, nothing is printed. Why? It should print, right? Documents dot write even number. Okay, let me cut this, save this. Maybe I forgot to save and it's not working. Okay, if I go here, still it's not working. What went wrong? It was working, right? Let me go back, go back, go back, go back. Yes, it was working. Now I have to build the logic here. Definitely, it should work. If I mod 2 is equal to 0, I will say document dot write I and break. Is it not a condition making my condition true? Yes, it is giving me the only even numbers 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20. I don't know what was wrong there, but it was very similar. And if I go above and if I write one statement here that even okay, I even numbers between 1 to 100. So this is what the statement I would like to write. Yes, and it is giving me the numbers, right? And all these are the even numbers. So this is what the logic. Somehow it was not working earlier. Same thing we can do for, or we can build the logic for odd numbers. So what I will change here, I will simply change my little bit code. Okay. And now the question is, what is the odd number? If we divide any number, okay, if we divide any number by 2 and if it returns 0, that means it is even. But if it does not return 0, that means it is odd number. Okay. So this is how odd and even is categorized. So here we have to say that not equal to 0. And I would like to pass one more condition here, okay, because there is an issue with this. So here you will see the output that odd numbers between 1 to 100 is 1. So 1 is not even either odd. So we cannot classify, but yes, definitely we need to exclude this number. So for that purpose, what I will do, I will say and. Or what we can use, yes, we cannot use this. We should use ampersand and I is greater than 1. So this will change my output, and now 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 2 until 99. So this is how we can get the odd and even numbers between 1 to 100. I hope you like the solution. So do not forget to subscribe to the webcam. Thank you for watching the video.